great about that, other than trying to help people who are in a state of invasion. Welcome back to the Immigration Answers Show. My name is Jim Hacking. This is episode number 729 of the Immigration Answers Show. Today is December 21st, 2024. How's everybody doing? I see a lot of our friends here. Rocio's back. Hi, Rocio. I was thinking about you the other day. How you been? Hope all is well in your world now that you're a U.S. citizen and all. Glad to see you back. How's everybody? How's your week? Did you have a good week? I had a good week. Although I was sick, I'm starting to feel a little bit better each and every day. You got all your shopping done? Any presents you still have to get? I might go shopping for a couple things with Nor this afternoon. Remember, we're changing things up a little bit. So, I better share the link to the waiting room. I'll do that right now. Here's the link to the waiting room. Let me copy that real quick. Post that. Copy. Nope. Hold on. Control. Nope. I gotta get it again. Probably should have done that beforehand. A lot of good football on today. Am I right, Robert? A lot of good college. A lot of good pro football. The Baltimore Ravens take on the Pittsburgh Steelers, and your Kansas City Chiefs take on the Houston Texans. A lot of good not bowl games, but college playoff games. I watched the Indiana Notre Dame game last night. Indiana didn't play very well. I thought it might be a better game, but it wasn't. Look to see how many people we have here. Seydu's here. Sering is here. Robert Ashman, all the way from Tunisia. Obenwan, H&M. Dammy is here. Hello, Dammy. Ashman, Sam. Maggie's watching from New Jersey. We got Christine and Lindy. Julian is checking in from a very dark London. Ella is here. Kay. We have Lagos, Nigeria in the house. Julian's going to Yorkshire tomorrow. That sounds like a lovely trip. I'm reading Remains of the Day, which is a great little book, great little novel about a butler who's going on a little trip. They made it into a movie with Anthony Hopkins and Emma Thompson. So that's been good. So I feel like I've been taking a little trip to Yorkshire. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start taking some calls. I'll be here for the next hour. Oh, Christine's baking a fruit cake to complete their orders. That's pretty good. Yemi says hello. All right. I will post the link again. If anyone wants to come in the waiting room is wide open, and I'm going to talk to Hay. Hello, Hay.
Hey, how you doing, Jim?
I'm good. Hey, how are you?
Doing okay. So I just have it's like a basic question. Well, I got my friend that is applied for citizenship. Actually, last month he already went to the biometric appointment, and after the biometric appointment, he decided to book a trip for like 2 weeks, from the 8th to the 20th. And yesterday he got the interview appointment, which is going to be on the 25th. So he's wondering if he has to cancel the trip, or the trip is going to affect the process or anything like that.
Sometimes it does. Sometimes they feel like they can't do a background check on that last trip. What country will he be going to?
He's going to Ecuador, his home country.
Yeah, probably not going to be that big of a deal. They might postpone the trip. They might postpone the interview, though, because he'll have gotten back 5 days before. But I've certainly had cases where the interview went ahead. I've had a couple, like where the person went back to Pakistan or Sudan, where they felt they couldn't do a security check on the trip. But Ecuador, I wouldn't think they'd be worried about.
Sorry, you're breaking up, but didn't get anything.
I was saying that I don't think they're going to get that worried about a trip to Ecuador. They should be okay. I think we've lost Hay. All right. Let's go to F. Hello, F.
Hello, good morning,
F, you're
Mr.
on
Jim. How
board.
are you?
Hi. Good. Are you driving?
Is it? Yeah, but I have
Are
my
you
headset
driving?
on. No, I have
Sorry?
my headset on.
Yeah, I can't
Hello?
talk to you when you're driving. All right. I don't know what's going on. Saran is here. Hello, Saran. You're on mute, Saran. I can't hear you.
Hi, can you hear me?
I can. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. What's up?
Is there anywhere you guys I can meet with you for you guys to help me process? I'm out is already there, but to make it like a speed up or there's no chance of it right now.
Tell me about the case.
I mean, he's saying reviews as I told you my kids last time I'm pregnant and I don't really have nobody next to me and I'm really worried about that.
Yeah, they don't care about that. They're not going to speed it up for that, I don't think. How long has it been pending?
I put in since beginning of this year. He said 178 days.
Yeah, so that's only 6 months. They're not. I mean, everybody wants their partner to get here faster. I don't think I don't think an expedite request is going to work, or suing them is going to work.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Good luck. I'm just giving out nothing but bad news today. Nico Motion Biz. Hello.
Hello.
How you
Good
doing?
day. I'm good. I'm good. I recently got my green card approved. However, I had gotten arrested earlier this year, domestic violence in the fourth. Um, I didn't disclose this information to them because I was expecting to go in for an interview where I would be able to like explain what took place and everything. However, my I-130 got approved in November, and they asked me to submit some documents showing that I live with my wife. However, I did that, and a couple days after, they approved my 485. So upon seeing this, I decided, well, I'm going to tell them about my arrest because when I was reading the approval notice, it was saying this is the time where they'll do background checks and stuff, and if I wasn't like adhering to the law, they could like cancel this approval. I went to court and the case got dismissed, and I uploaded the documents on my portal. But I'm just worried if this could come back to affect me in the future, you know? So
Yeah, I
that's
think that's a good question. Yeah, that's one of the problems of not having interviews is that this happens sometimes. If I were you, what I would do is I would do a G639, a Freedom of Information Act request, and I would look for the background check that they did on you and see if the domestic violence arrest showed up.
okay because the case got dismissed, and my lawyer told me it should get expunged because I pleaded not guilty. The judge told me not to get any new charges, come back to court in 6 months. And I went back on Thursday and it was dismissed. But I haven't really got it expunged as yet. So I want to travel like shortly, soon. But I'm really scared about like leaving and coming back because I wouldn't be traveling with my wife either.
Yeah, that would be a
But
bad idea.
I got a 10-year green card though.
Yeah, I wouldn't travel without your spouse. Not right
Wouldn't
now.
travel. Oh, okay, okay. Well,
Again, I would check. They might have known about the arrest. That's why I would check the file. You need to get a copy of your file and see if they knew about it because they might have known about it when they gave you the green card.
okay, because it's after I saw that they approved it. That's when I uploaded. Oh, and I didn't get to upload the printout from the court stating that the case was dismissed. It's dismissed with prejudice. So my lawyer told me that they wouldn't be able to like refile this case.
Well, they can always they can always charge you a new thing. I mean, The question is, should you have disclosed this to USCIS when it happened? And you marked on the forms that you'd never been arrested. Now,
Yes, well, I sent my
that,
forms. I sent my forms in before I got discharged. I'm sorry.
I know, sweetheart. I know that. I know that. What I was about to say is that they haven't come out with any guidance that I know that says if you get arrested after you submit your application, you have a duty to update them of that. But I think generally they think you do. So I do think when you apply for citizenship, this will probably be an issue, which is why I want you to track down your file now to see if they already knew about it when they approved your case.
Okay, and you said the form that I should submit, what is the name?
G639. G639.
G639. Okay, and when I submit this, they should that will show me what they found on my background check.
It might.
Okay. And if it's not there, is that a good thing? Or if it was there,
no, if it's there, it's a good thing.
Okay. If it's there, it's a good thing. Thank you, man. I really appreciate you. I always try to join this thing here, but the studio is always full. I really appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Have a good day. Robert says he basically lied. I don't know about that. I don't know that he basically lied. I would not jump to that conclusion. USCIS made the decision to not interview people. And my understanding too is that they do a final background check right before they approve it. Like they run the fingerprints again right before they approve it. So hopefully they did that in this case, and hopefully they knew about this, and then he'll be in a much better spot. All right, D, turn off your camera and I'll call you up. You're on mute. All right. D is here. Hello, D.
Hey, good day, Jim. How are you?
Good day to you.
I'm good. I just got a quick question. So a couple of end of November, I got a notice of intent to deny because my medicals expired. And then I just did my medicals a couple of days, yesterday, 2 days ago, I did my medicals. Anything more I need to do when I send them in? My case has been on file since 2023, Feb.
The only thing I would do is ask the doctor for a copy and review it to make sure there's nothing in there that's going to cause you trouble. But then I would send them the sealed one, and hopefully that'll be it.
Yeah, because we had to do a new one because they said that the blood work expired. So I did a new one and paid for everything new.
Yeah, well, good luck. Hopefully you'll be fine.
Okay, thank you. Have a good weekend. Enjoy.
Yeah, bye. All right, Harzel's here. Hello, Harzel.
Hello, how you doing?
You're breaking up a little bit.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, how you doing? Thank you for allowing me to do that platform. I do have a question about my I-130. It was approved last year, October 2023, but they haven't sent my information to the NVC or like created a case for me. And this is for like my mother. So my question was, does it take that long for a year for them to send it to the NVC?
No, it takes them like 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay. So what do I do next in this case?
Have you reached out to both agencies and asked them, where's my file?
I did reach out to the NVC, and they say they haven't gotten anything from the USCIS, and I did reach out to the USCIS via email, and I can't get in contact with them.
But you have an approval notice?
Yes.
Where do you live?
In Texas.
Send me an email. I might be able to help you.
Okay. What is your email?
It's there at the bottom of the screen, info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com.
Okay, thank you very much.
Have a good day.
All right, you too.
All right. Suleiman. Hello, Suleiman.
Hey, Mr. Tio, how are you?
I'm great. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Mr. Tio. I'm just here because of two things. The first of all, I've been watching this live for a long time, more than 3 years, and always I hear about Armani, and I had a very crazy situation of my life. Depressed, going through a lot, and I finally get to talk to Armani and explain to her about my situation in Minnesota. She can tell you if you ask her. And I want to
Okay.
say, Jim, you are so blessed to have Armani to be your wife and to be your lawyer. So I'm thankful for everything about this show and me to get to know Armani, and I'm gonna start working with her in the future very soon.
Great. Yeah, she's a
Yeah,
badass, isn't she?
yeah, she is, man. She is.
Total
Man,
badass.
you're so blessed, bro.
I know. I know I am.
Yeah,
I was talking to my best friend Brent about how lucky I am to be married to Amani. I was just talking about him that today.
yeah.
I miss her a lot. She's over in Italy right now, so I miss her even more.
Oh, I didn't know that, but yeah, I talked to her 2 weeks ago. Jim, I wasn't get even enough time to eat, and I was going through a lot. And Armani, she calmed me down like nobody's business. I'm so
Mm.
blessed for that.
Okay, great. I'm going to talk to her in a little bit. I'll tell her about Suleiman.
Okay, that's not my real name though, but yeah, tell the guy from
Okay.
Minnesota.
Guy from Minnesota. Okay, I'll tell her.
Thank you.
That's it?
Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much, Jim.
See you, brother. How about that? A little shout out to Amani. That's great, especially when I miss her. All right. That'll be fun. I'll just play this little clip for her. That'll be fun. All right. Obiora, hello. You're on mute. Obiora, you're on mute.
Hello, G.
How you doing? Oh, where'd he go? Oh, Obiora hit the wrong button, I think. All right, let's go to Smile. Smile, how you doing?
Hello, Jim. How are you?
You know, my son's name is Ismail.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
That's
we call him
great.
Smile sometimes. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Thank you for hosting this. Appreciate you, man. And I
What's up?
have just two questions.
Okay.
The first one is I filed for my parents in the same time. One of them is approved, and the second I'm waiting for it. It's been
That
like
old
more
trick.
than. Say again?
That's the worst. I hate it when they do that. Is your dad waiting longer?
Yeah, it's been like more than a month.
So these are I-130s?
The same, yes.
Yeah, you filed an I-130 for each parent, and one got approved by USCIS and one did not?
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, a month isn't too much to worry about. How long have they been pending altogether?
It's been like since August 30th, 2023. My mom was approved on November, the last weeks of November, but my dad is still pending.
What country are your parents from?
Algeria.
Okay, so what's the question?
Like, how long should I wait to contact the congressman or something like that to get someone involved or something like this, or try to expedite?
Have they sent your mom's case to the National Visa Center?
Yes.
So she's continuing processing. He's sort of stuck.
Yes, exactly.
I would start now.
All right.
I'd give it a month or two trying to get Congress to help, and if not, then call me back and we can sue him.
Okay. There is something we can do.
Yeah, we can sue them and get them to approve the I-130 to get it back on track with your mom.
Exactly. Yeah, that's great. That's great. The second question is that I have my little brother. He's not 18. He's now 18. And when my mom is coming, does she has the right to file for him for a green card?
Who? Your mom?
Yes.
Once she gets her green card, she can apply for them. And actually, if they separate your mom and dad's case, that might not be the worst thing, because what you could do is, if your mom gets her visa, come to the United States, have her file for the green card, have her file for a reentry permit, then go back home, and then your dad can come and get his a little bit later. And then hopefully at some point your mom's case for your brother will get processed, and then they can all come together.
Okay. So she will do that. She will, like, if
You said he's under 18, right?
Under, yes.
Yeah. So when she gets here, when she gets her visa and comes, then she'll file an I-130 for him, just like you did for her.
Okay. And what if he turns like 21 and they didn't approve his case?
Yeah, so that'll all depend on the timing, and he might age out, he might not. We just have to wait and see.
Okay. Okay. Alrighty, man. Thank you so much. I will contact you if like they didn't respond in like a month.
Okay, thanks, Smile.
All right. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, man.
See you, buddy. All right. That was Smile. Let's go to Ariel. Hi, Ariel.
Hi, can you hear
How
me?
you doing? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I just have a small question. I just approved I-601A. NBC scheduled me the interview abroad for my green card interview. So my question is, can I take my spouse with me to the interview? Is that a good thing to do, or just go by myself for the interview?
Can I just ask a question beforehand? So you said you have an approved 601A?
Yeah, NBC scheduled the
Yeah. So
interview.
what my question for you is this is just for my own education. How long was your 601A processing with USCIS?
It's almost took 3 years to approve. 42 months. Yeah.
42 months. Okay, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I wanted to know. Thank you.
Yeah.
Other than the overstay or unlawful entry, do you have any other issues that they could raise and try to keep you from? Because sometimes one of their tricks is they give you the 601A waiver, and then when you go over, they say, "Oh, you need a 601 waiver because you got this other problem." Nothing else you're worried about?
Yeah, no misrepresentation, only other than the working unlawfully.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Okay. So what's the question for me then? Oh, should you bring your wife? I mean,
yeah,
are you talking about bring your wife to the home country, or actually bring her to the interview? Because they won't let her in the embassy. Most
that's what I'm
likely.
saying. They don't allow the wife to embassy with the interview with me, or just by myself?
99 times out of 100, they won't let the spouse in. And usually I'm okay with that, because usually if the spouse goes in, it just makes things messy. They start playing little games like they give you a Stokes interview. Do you know what that is?
No.
It's where they like bring you in and say, what color's the carpet in the bathroom? Or what was the last movie you guys saw together? That's sort of the reason I don't want the spouse to be there. But they're probably not going to let your spouse in anyway. So I wouldn't worry. I mean, they can go on the trip with you, but they're not going to be able to come in the embassy most likely.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that's the only question I worry about it.
Well, good luck. Let us know how it goes. When's your interview?
Well, my interview is on January first week, in 2 weeks.
Oh, good. Well, let me know when you get back safe and sound.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Thank you for all the information for everybody. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Of course. Bye, buddy. Well, that's pretty exciting. 3 years for 601A. I thought it was closer to 4, so that's good. But obviously still ridiculous. I probably spent all of 3 minutes adjudicating that damn thing. Power is here. Hello, Power.
Hi, Jim.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm good. Thank you for a great show. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So, okay, I'm a Nigerian, but currently in Cameroon, and I have my I-130 case transferred to Cameroon. Yeah, and I did my interview already like a few weeks ago, and I was placed on 221G, right? So they asked for more evidence of relationship, and I believe I have enough of that. My wife has visited so many times. My stepson visited, and my wife, also with me in Cameroon here. So I don't know. I'm just stuck. I don't know how to feel, what to do, what to think, and all that.
So why, if you had to guess, why do you think they didn't approve it on the spot?
Well, okay. If I'm to take a guess, it's because they have this thing, where they're not happy Nigerians are transferring to Cameroon, jumping the backlog and all that. But then I believe there is nothing illegal or wrong, in doing that.
No, they let you do it. You did it. They let you do it. So, well, let me go over some of my favorite topics.
Okay.
Have you or your spouse been married before?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about which you've been married before, or your spouse?
My spouse.
Okay. And is your spouse originally from Nigeria as well?
No.
They're American?
Yes.
How did you meet your spouse?
I met my spouse on social media.
Okay. Did your spouse's prior marriage involve anyone getting an immigration benefit?
No.
So it was just an American married to an American.
Yes.
How long did you know your spouse before you got married?
Over a year.
And you said you have a stepson?
Yes.
How old is your stepson?
He's 8 years.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is that your stepson or your wife's stepson? Is it who's
My
who's the
wife's son. That's my stepson.
and you've met him?
Yes. He visited
He's come to
Nigeria.
Nigeria. He's come to
Yes.
Nigeria. Okay. Did you ever apply for a non-immigrant visa to the United States?
Never.
Is your wife white or black?
She's black.
No problems with the law, you or her?
No, none.
I mean, you seem to indicate that Nigerians going to Cameroon has now become a thing.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't really heard much of that. Is that something that's happening a lot of now?
Yeah, I guess, because I mean, when you get there, at the interview they start asking you why did you transfer and all that, and they're like, oh, Nigerians don't want to wait. They come here to
Yeah, but they let
Cameroon.
you. I don't worry about that so much. How about some of the people in the comments were wisely reminding me to ask, what about age gap?
Age gap.
Yeah, is there an age gap between you and your spouse?
Yeah, it's not up to like 8.
It's what, 8 years?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, 8 years.
8 years. That's not bad. When did the I-130 get approved?
It got approved in we filed 2020. It got approved last year, April, March. Within that, I can't really.
Of 23?
Yeah.
So the State Department has had the case for over a year and a half.
24.
24.
Yes, 24.
So the State Department's only had the case for 7 or 8 months.
Yes.
I don't know, man. I think you just got to wait.
Yeah.
I think they discriminate against Nigerian men.
Yeah.
Yeah. How'd the interview go? What happened at the interview?
I mean, it went very smooth, when last did I see my wife, I said she's here with me in Cameroon and all that. And they were like, oh, okay, that's great. Interview went well. No question that was really a problem, everything was well, but they just handed out the 221G. Even the document they asked for, right? I had it right there with me.
What did they ask for? What did they ask for?
Evidence, pictures, evidence of marriage, yeah? And I was bringing it out to present, but they just wouldn't look at it. Well, I should submit it in the Dropbox.
Huh. Well, I don't know, brother. I think we just have to wait and see.
Okay. And what can I do after waiting for the 2? And what are the chances of getting approved after you submit the requested documents?
I've never sued Cameroon for a Nigerian visa before, but I would say that if a year goes by from the time that the I-130 was approved, then call me back and maybe we can sue them.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Power.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Jim.
Good luck, buddy. Yeah, for sure. All right. This is the Immigration Answer Show. My name is Jim Hacking. I'll be here for another half hour trying to answer your immigration-related questions. How's everybody doing? Nurse Laura wants to know if anybody's celebrating the winter solstice. Is this Festivus too? I don't know when Festivus is. I thought it was always the winter solstice. I think Festivus is here. I don't know what's going on. Hussein, hello.
Hi, sir. How are you?
Good, sir. How are you?
Good. Mr. Jimmy, I have two questions for you.
Great.
One is my almost 3 years married U.S. citizen. 2021. I did interviews May 2024, but I'm still waiting decision. Almost 7 months ready. But now is my wife is me relationship is not good going.
Okay. So where are you from, Hussein?
I'm from Turkey.
When did you come to the United States?
Almost 26 years ago.
What kind of a visa did you have when you came 26 years ago?
Tourist visa.
So when you married your spouse and got your green card, you were out of status.
Yes.
Okay. And how long ago, what's the date of your marriage?
I married 2021.
Okay. And did you have an interview when you and your spouse went for your green card?
Yes, I did. May 2024.
Oh, so this interview that we're talking about, it isn't for citizenship, it's for your green card.
She's citizen more than 5 years ago.
Okay, but the case that's on file that you're calling me about that you're waiting for, this is for your first green card. You've never had a green card, right?
No, never.
Okay, I thought we were talking about your citizenship. Okay. So
But
tell me.
I have a two case. One is still open, hardship case. My other wife, my son is born here. But there is a problem over there that the other my wife, the domestic violation, I'm gonna get it. But this case still pending. The case is the judge is not making the close, but say the pending. He said you did marry, go this way, and then if you're not going this way, the judge said to come back.
You're talking about state court? You're not talking about immigration. You're talking about state court, right?
No. Immigration court, hardship case.
Okay, time out. So when did you get put into removal?
More than 10 years ago.
Have you been ordered deported?
No.
You just never had. How did you end up in immigration court? Did you apply for asylum or something, or did they just catch you?
My wife, she did asylum. My first
Your
wife.
Okay. Okay. So when you
I am married 2 times. One is my first wife making the asylum, but she get green card, but she making me something domestic violence. I'm separation case.
okay. So you've never. So tell me about your hardship case that you have in deportation court. I don't know about that.
This one still pending.
What is it?
Sorry?
Who filed it? What is it?
My wife filed it. First wife.
Okay. But you're divorced from her, right?
I did, yes.
Okay. And when you filed this I-130 based on your marriage to wife number 2, did you also file a 485?
Actually, 485 after 1 year making, because my lawyer said we send I-130 first. We wait in the approval or not, and then it's not approval. After 1 year, 2023, send the I-480 85.
Did you file the 485 with USCIS or with the immigration court?
USCIS.
Yeah, I don't know if your lawyer knows what they're doing. That you can't file a 485 if you're in immigration court, and you can't have a humanitarian case going on with one wife and a new I-130 with a new wife. This is all messed up.
I don't know either.
It seems very messy. I don't know. You guys aren't doing things right.
Last time interview, the officer he asked me my domestic violation and probation paperwork. I uploaded, still pending.
Okay. So what is your question for me, Hussein?
I question my case still pending, and then this wife that is the problem. I have to go to Wawa case. You think is that I'm going through the Wawa case, or because Wawa good moral character needed? I have a domestic violation before.
I think it's going to look pretty desperate, and I think they're not going to believe you. Yeah. I think you seem this is sort of a shotgun approach where I've got this immigration case going in court. I've got this new wife. I've got this, but now I'm having problems with her. It seems like a big old mess, Hussein, a big old mess. All right. Let's go to Sahar. If you turn off your camera, I'll pull you up. Yeah. All right. Sahar, turn off your camera and I'll pull you up. Okay. We'll come back, Sahar. Let's go to John. John, you're on mute.
Hi, Jim.
How you doing?
Good morning. Good. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks.
Yeah, I was on the show a few days ago. I just have a few follow-up questions. Yeah, I'm still on like tourist status. Been traveling, still on a trip. Been traveling for like 38 days now, all around the country, from hotel to hotel. Now at an Airbnb, and we're just like concerned because we're trying to get married now. But it's just going to be very rushed because we're trying to do it before Trump comes into office, right?
When did you enter?
The 5th of November.
So you're not going to get married till after January 5th.
Yeah, right. So that's the thing. There's a 90-day and the 60-day wait period. So it will not be a misrepresentation if we get married on the 6th of January, will it?
Well, that's a hard question to answer. If you had the intent to come in and get married on January 6th, that was your plan all along, that would be a misrepresentation. If you decided to get married after 60 days have gone by and you decided that in the United States, and then that's not a misrepresentation.
Yeah, my U.S. spouse proposed, fiance, and we both were totally different in life. I was just coming out of college, was gonna graduate this December. He had a disability, and he was on Social Security for disability as well. Was living with his parents, and we just want to live together now. He's gonna find a work, come off disability, and gonna have one of his aunts be a co-sponsor and everything. So that's the plan that he has for me, for us. We're just wondering, to file the I-130 now and wait until the 5th month to just file the 45.
Why?
Do you think that?
Why break up the 45 I-130? That just causes problems.
Yeah. Because I mean, for the 45 you have to wait 90 days, right, to file it?
No. Nope. They should be filed together. And if you want to do it between day 30 or day 60 and 90, that would be ideal.
Come again? Sorry.
There's no rule that you have to wait 90 days to file for the 485.
So the adjustment of status can happen within, like, after 60 days of being in the country?
Well, you have to be married. It has to be a real marriage. You're going to have to prove the relationship, but you would file the I-130 with the 45. You would not file them separately.
I see. And so we've done traveling together. Like we've done Scotland and we've been traveling all this year, but we met like just a year ago, and we don't have yet like an affidavit of acknowledgement of the relationship from his family yet, because we're still traveling. So can it be sent later when we get home or closer to his family? Do you think that could work? We just send what we've got now. Yeah.
How should I say this? People that are engaged or getting married or starting a life together, there's lots of competing interests, right? One interest is to travel together. One interest is to get work authorization. One interest is to have a big wedding. One interest is to make sure that my spouse gets their green card and that everything is safe, right? So whenever I have a conversation with a couple who are thinking about getting married or applying for a green card or doing things here or overseas, I always ask them to sort of list what's the most important thing for you. Like, you got to prioritize. Like, you can pick and choose maybe 3 or 4 of these things, but you sort of can't have it all. So where I go back to as the immigration lawyer is, what are the things that are going to make our case as strong as possible? Travel's fine, but travel is low on my list. I want you living together with people that know you, that know about your relationship. It seems like some of this is pretty fast. You might want to just slow things down. I know that Trump's coming, and I know that it's scary, and I know that there's all these moving parts. But to me, I want to build the strongest case as possible so that I can get the immigrant the green card. That's my number one concern. Everything else is secondary. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so we should wait, even though Trump is coming, we should wait until later to file both together, until like I'm close to the end of my tourist status.
And that you've made a stronger case.
Yeah.
That your case is stronger.
So
right now, right now it seems pretty flimsy. We've had some trips together. We like each other. We love each other. We like hanging out. But, opening a bank account or opening, like building a life together, like starting to document. I know that you're just married and you don't have a social security number, so some of that stuff is hard. But if you think that we can just get married in Vegas, file it with, a couple pictures of our trips around the world and our travel receipts, they can deny it right out of the box just for not having enough evidence. They can do that, and they have done that. And then it doesn't matter if you file it before Trump or after, because the case is over.
All right, so we just need to gather evidence like from family and just actually get a house together in these months to come.
I don't know. I'm not saying you have to like build a mansion together or anything. I'm just saying it just seems very rushed to me. Very rushed and very sort of frantic.
Okay. So if we just get married after the 60 days and don't file anything and just file everything later, when we gather more evidence and things, do you think that would be better? Could it still work?
Yeah. Do you have you ever had like soup or chili or a stew? Have you ever had a stew that somebody made like right away? It just doesn't taste very good. It needs time. All this needs time. And I'm just feeling like you're sort of rushing to do this all. I understand why, because you're on a clock and you got Trump and all that stuff, but you just want to file the strongest case that you can because you really only get one shot.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I was just concerned about the getting married on a tourist visa. So if it, obviously it conflicts with my intent, which was tourism purely when I arrived. But he was the one who proposed. So.
Yeah. Well, but I'll just throw this out there. There's no rule that says you have to get married right now. Like, just because, there's people who've known each other for years and wait to get married. So I know that, you want to be here and all that stuff. So you just got to balance all that stuff, and you got to think everything through.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, if you're asking me, hey, Jim, do you think that our case is stronger if I've come to visit twice and he's come to visit me twice and all that stuff? Do I think that makes it stronger? Yeah, I do. So, this is sort of like a case where people go overseas and get married on their very first trip, right? Like, that always makes me worried. I know you guys had trips together and all that stuff, but what I'm saying is it's just way, way, way fast.
Yeah. He doesn't want me to leave the US, so I'm still planning on just finishing my tourist status, and from then on just adjusting and just sending evidence along the way as the process is pending. And
okay, I'm glad you said it that way, that he doesn't want you to leave. That's helpful. But here's the thing. Just because he doesn't want you to leave doesn't mean that's best for the case. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
It seems like, are you on a visa waiver program, or do you have an actual visa?
No, I have a tourist visa. It's up to 6 months.
Is it a multiple entry visa?
Yes.
So you could get married on this one and file the next time. I think everybody needs to take a deep breath. And what's he on disability? What's he on disability for?
He has migraines. It was really bad. Couldn't work for a few years.
Yeah. How old are you guys?
I'm 26. He's 37.
Okay. Yeah. Everybody's got to live their life and do your thing. It's just, I just sense a little bit of desperation that makes me worried. That's all.
Yeah. But do you think it's still approvable though if I just stay until the end?
Yeah. You can email me. We can send you our marriage evidence list. You can see the kinds of things that we're talking about that you want to start developing. Some you can, some you can't, because you can't get a social security number. But
I do have a social security number. I was here on a work visa before, so.
Okay. So then I would plan this out. I would slow my roll. I wouldn't get married on day 61. You have 6 months of an entry. I would take my time. I'd get married. I'd start building a case. I'd do my medical. I would, get affidavits from friends. I'd open up a joint bank account. If you have a social security number, you have a huge advantage over other people, because you're going to be able to open little accounts and get a lease and all that stuff that most people can't, because they don't have as much time and they don't have the visa that you have. So I actually think you're in a position to actually file a pretty strong case if you just slow the F down.
Good. And yeah, I'll just do it then. We just can't be apart anymore. We just feel so lonely when we're apart, and to file a marriage-based green card abroad and have to wait 2 to 3 years it's crazy for me, us.
I understand all that. And to that, I would say, that's why we got to get it right. That's why we got to do it right. That's why we got to slow down. I'm not saying you got to go back home, but I'm saying we just need to slow our ride, take our time, and file the strongest case possible. That's all I'm saying.
Good. And my last question is, can we open a joint bank account without being married? Do you think that works?
I would wait till you get married.
Yeah.
Don't do anything case related or evidence related until you're actually married.
Good. On the 4th or 5th month mark, do you think that's the best time to get married then?
Yeah. If you've been, you can still travel and visit your friends and get statements from his parents and all that stuff. Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
just one thing. I have a very strong case in regards to actually not violating my tourist status, because we've actually been traveling all around the country, like almost every day. It's just plenty of evidence on that. So
Good. Thanks, John.
thank you.
Bye,
Bye.
buddy. Good luck. Yep. Sometimes you just got to take a deep breath and slow that shit down. I get it. Vaheb, if you turn off your camera, I'll pull you up. All right. How you doing?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
Good. Sorry for butchering your name.
Oh, no, that's fine. Sir, I recently had, in November, I had filed for WAVA. And then I recently got, like, I had filed concurrently with everything, but they returned my 485, 131, and 765, saying that the forms were, like, obsolete. But when I was looking on the edition date, it was fine. And I also went on to the USCIS website. It said they are accepting the older versions until February 10th. So I redid the whole application again and I sent them out with the newer I-693 along with it and everything. But I also wrote them a letter about everything, that was mentioned on their website. And also, like, I'm currently homeless. I don't have any income or anything. I've also put a letter to expedite my case for my VAVA, because, like, my mental health counselor has also written a letter. So I've applied, like, I've provided them a very in-depth declaration of letter. Then I've provided photographs, passport copies of my wife, and everything, letters from friends. I think I have 7 or 8 letters. And
What do
now,
the letters say?
so the letter right now I have received is a biometrics letter that I've
No, the
received.
letters that you have from your friends. What do those letters say?
So the letters say, they talk about, like, the abuse that I've told them. They've told them that my marriage was in good faith, and they've talked about our plans that we had during the marriage and how the marriage had unfolded, and the things that they had observed. My wife would sometimes pick me and drop me off for my cricket games and stuff. So the car that we decided to buy, the house that we're looking for, and other things, like, she had joined the Air Force. I was planning to join the Air Force.
Abev, what's the question for me?
So even after all of this, like, I provided them, like, homelessness and everything. Will my case be expedited?
No.
They won't expedite my case for
I don't think so.
Okay, because and then for my biometrics appointment, it says, like, a valid government ID. Right now, everything is expired off for me. I do not have anything, valid, I guess. Can I use the expired passport or driver's license?
Sure.
Okay. Is there how can I expedite my case? Because I mean, I need assistance from them.
I don't think they'll expedite it.
Even though I'm homeless and I'm like completely, like, I have no support of any kind.
Yes.
Wow. I mean, that's all I honestly have. I don't know. Will they expedite at least my work permit or anything after receiving the I-765 and 485 concurrently based on C9?
What's the question?
Will they expedite my work permit?
No, I don't think so. They don't care. That's an uncaring agency that could give a shit about anybody.
Wow.
Good luck, Bobby. All right, let's go to Love.
Hello,
Love, are you there?
Jim.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Go for it.
Okay. So what I want to ask you is, I did a fiance visa back in, I think it was 1988 or something. And
1988?
yeah, it was like 1988. Will they have the record on that?
That was the year I graduated from high school.
Yeah. And I was working at the time, and what happened was, we met here in California in school. We was going to school together, and she left, and then I petitioned for a fiance visa. And what happened? Everything got approved, and all she had to do was go to the embassy and pick up the visa. She just had to show a plane ticket, and then she called me. Well, she called me and told me that she had a child. She had a little girl, and I said, "Well, you didn't tell me that." And I think your visa was only for you. So I told her that they probably weren't going to allow her to come because she had a child. Would that have been true?
No, she could have come.
She could have came.
Not with the kid.
She wouldn't have been able to come with the kid. Would she been able to come with the kid or not?
No. I mean, I don't know what the rules were back in 1988, but the rules in effect now is the kid would need their own visa. Yeah, you're right.
So that's that. So now I'm kind of worried. What I'm worried about, I'm looking for. I'm looking for another fiance, but I'm worried about would this come up?
It might come up, but it's not going to be a hindrance.
Okay.
What
And
country is your fiance in?
well, I got a few. I have a few options for different countries, and I know one is from Ukraine, but then I heard that it was kind of hard. I heard it was kind of hard for her to come because um those fiance visas is hard to get, and then she was telling me that all she had to do was apply for a tourist visa where they was going to allow her to come, and then once she get here we could change the status. Is that true?
Maybe, but you shouldn't make any plans like that until she's actually here and talk about it later.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. That's for sure, but I needed to know what she was telling me was true, because she said that she could get a 10-year tourist visa.
Well, so have you met face to face yet?
No, we haven't met face to face.
So why don't you have her come pay you a visit and then figure shit out later? If she has a 10-year multiple entry visa, just slow it down.
Well, yeah, yeah, well, that's you're right, and that's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. But she was saying that we was going to do the tourist visa, and she said that she was going to be able to get at least 10 years or something because of the war in Ukraine. So I agree with what you were saying, and that's where the way I wanted to go first with the tourist visa, so we could get to know each other. But she was saying that she'd be able to get a 5-year, 10-year tourist visa. Is that true?
It could be.
Huh?
It could be.
Okay. And then another thing is that I found out that I wouldn't have to do too much because she could apply right there she could apply right there for the tourist visa right there in Key, because that's where she live at.
I don't think you want to be involved at all in her applying for a tourist visa. Let her do that all by herself.
Oh yeah, that's for sure.
If they find out the 24-hour love is involved, then they won't let her come because they think she's just coming to get married.
Okay.
Oh, I think we lost Lolo. His audio was cutting in and out. I don't know if you guys, it was cutting out for you. All right. We'll be back. I might do a show tomorrow. I might not. Might just rest one more day, and then we'll kick it hard next week. If not, we'll be back on Monday at noon, regular time, or regular Monday time. I hope you guys all have a great night and a great getting ready for the holidays. Happy Festivus. And we'll talk soon. Bye, guys. I'm great about that, other than trying to help people who are in the state of